What is going on, WWE Universe fans? I'm going to talk about 2K real quick, and I want to talk about Universe Mode. I am back. It's been a while, and I'm going to talk about how the fact that they are putting all these other things and upgrading, showcase my player, a new mode that's coming out, and towers is being upgraded to making it more challenging. Like, who cares? There's nothing that comes out of these damn things that was making it worth playing, in my opinion. I don't care for those things because once you beat all those modes, they done. You don't get nothing that special from those modes. I want to talk about the universe mode, which has not been mentioned. And when it does be mentioned, and every year when they do decide to make a real trailer, because the teaser trailers are out right now, but the real trailers hasn't come out yet. And when they do come out, and when they do start talking about universe mode, it's gonna be a small part, and they're only gonna talk about the small little things they added on to. Once again, I said this in all my other past videos. They're gonna copy and paste the old cutscenes. They're gonna only gonna add a little bit new cutscenes. They're not gonna make it more realistic when it comes to universe mode. The crowd is gonna be probably the same. They're not gonna have that when they come out in promo for whatever reason this year compared to, because last year the crowd will always, if you was a good guy, the crowd will get on their feet and they will just applaud you. They'll be happy, and the promos will look more realistic. And if you're a bad guy, they want and they'll boo you, whatever. And then you came out with sorry, when they came out with this year's game, 2K19, the crowd was dead, completely dead. It didn't care whether you was a good or you was a heel. They just kind of looked at you, or they sat down and then watched y'all doing your promo. It was stupid. They need to better that. This is where I see that they don't care and they don't have the passion when they do in these WWE games, and it shows, man. It shows in they work. They too focused on the wrong things, the graphics and the new moves and all that is cool and all, but if you can't bring a strong story that makes sense. Like, they be storylines where I'm the champion, I just got done beating this my opponent, and I'm talking about how, I defended my title, and then this guy will come out and he'll talk about, and then for like that 1-2 seconds, I was like, okay, it making sense. And then it kind of flips up where he think he won the championship, and then I'm the one who's being the loser. Like, these promos need to be fixed badly, and a lot of these WWE gamers is not getting on 2K about how they need to make sense of their promos. They just look and gloss all over it. They don't even acknowledge and get at 2K to better their promos and make sense. The promos they talk about, oh, the promo system is gonna be great, and da da da, and whatever you do in promo is gonna define your future in rivalries. But you can't even get the promos right of what they are saying. So that's something that whoever's writing these promos and making these goofy things that you got these wrestlers saying that makes no sense, they need to scratch all of that. The promo system is broken. It's been broken since 2K17. It was a good feature, but it's just broken in all levels. And no matter, every year they come out thinking they doing something, they do a little bit different things here, and they try to make it more funny and things like that. But the things that they do with the promos, and they could come out happy and athlete and all this, and you got them doing all these stupid poses for promos does not match the character that you are. Period. I'm sorry. They need to get rid of that crap. Universe mode need to be more focused on. But once again, like I said, and I said on Twitter, everybody, all the 2K people is too busy focusing on everything else, but they're not focusing on universe mode of making. I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. Universe mode lasts longer than all those other modes. You should put way more focus on that. When you watch SmackDown, if you ever played the first SmackDown on the PlayStation 1, how every time there was cutscenes matter. When people want to talk about planning something, you see your partner and you gossiping before your match even start. Earlier in the matches, like, you know how you skip matches and whatnot, these cutscenes would just pop up, whether or not you wanted to see them or not. to let you know that, hey, this is a rivalry and things is about to happen before your match. So you see them planning, you see them talking in the parking lot, you see them talking in a dressing room. It was just a lot of things would build up all the way into the match. They would get attacked and they wanted to see whether or not you'll still come and fight in your match at the main event. They would try to do all types of things to rattle you out. And they need to bring that back. That's where Universe Mode was so great back in that first game. And it was just so much more feel to where things happen on that game. You felt it. You like, holy crap, what's gonna happen next? When people came out, they'll challenge you out of nowhere. They'll challenge you. Sometimes they don't even want to go in the ring and do a promo with you. They're doing it on the outside while you're in the ring, or they'll do it on the Tritantron while you're in the ring, and you go back and forth. Bring back those glory promos. Bring back those glory cutscenes from backstage. I don't get that. Universe Mode should be all of that. Take from the SmackDown 1, take from the SmackDown 2. 2K, what is going on? I already know that they're going to bring in a little bit of new things for Universe Mode, like they did this year, like they did last year. Excuse me. And it's just not going to have a pull to it. It's just, I'm losing. And I keep saying every year, man, this is going to be my last WWE 2K20. I'm hoping this last one here, and I'm really to the bottom of my I'm getting tired of 2K because they just don't get the spirit of a WWE game, and a lot of these people is sitting there praising them and getting all excited and talking about how this is one of the best, and they getting hyped over a goddamn front cover for a WWE game, or they getting hyped for a tower mode that they can beat, and then when you beat it, not saying that's gonna be the easy, but when you do beat it, it's nothing great coming out of that, and when you beat my player, nothing great coming out of that, and when you beat Showcase, nothing great coming out of that, but they gonna say, oh, but it was a good experience. Come on, man. Can we all just be realistic here? Universe Mode needs a lot of focus on. It needs to every time. Forget the 3 meter. Forget about how in rivalries you have those 3 little meters there. Take that crap out. I don't want to see that anymore. When you can put it on medium, you can put it on low, you can put it on high. No. You should go by the feel of how you go by the matches, how they give you choices in your cutscenes. That should build it up. Now, how you could choose to do this, you could choose to do that. Take all that crap out. I know they won't this year or 2K20, but that needs to go. What else I have a problem with that I know it's not going to be really changed. I gotta sit down because my feet is really killing me. What else? WWE 2K will not change in Universe Mode. I talked about the promo system that definitely gotta be fixed. The attacking coming through the entrance needs to be way better. It needs to be. They need to change it up every time, man. It's just so bland. Just like the cutscenes. The cutscenes go on the same route. Man, I can't even tell you how many times of people I've went up against in 2K19 where it's the same cutscenes over and over and over. It's a cycle of the same cutscenes. Nothing special. I wouldn't mind that if they gave me a choice in every cutscene. That way I could make it come out a little bit more different if it's the same cutscenes happening. I could change it and, the outcome could be better. But it doesn't mean nothing with these cutscenes. It's like, oh, you attacked me. Then we got a match. I win. Then that's kind of it. Like, they don't put more love into these cutscenes. The cutscenes can be, like, I don't mind it if it's short, but if it's going to be short, it should be like, okay, say there's a cutscene from the get-go, from the first, because, like, when I will play, not Universe Mode, like, Expedition, and I was just playing because I was downloading whatever on my Xbox One, and I was playing a match, and whoever I was Lex Luger versus I guess Kevin Nash, whatever. So through the get go of the match, there was a cutscene. Goldberg comes out. He stands on the top ramp trying to distract me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Word? Alright. He's there doing his thing, and then homeboy tries to attack me. Boom, I'm on the ground, right? I kick out, boom, Goldberg's out, and then Kevin Nash is still trying to fight me. We fighting, right? Boom. At the end of the almost at the end of the match, another cutscene happens, and I'm like, "Oh shoot, it's the Giant! Holy crap! 2 cutscenes in one freaking match. Not one cutscene and then I beat or whether I lose a match and there's another cutscene. No, it was 2 cutscenes while the match was still going. I was actually thinking that, but in universe mode, it's not there whatsoever. So that kind of sucks, guys. The meter of choices of you know those little meter things where you can play possum and you can play strong and all this. To me, they don't really do much. They don't really make the matches any more better at all. I think those damn things can go. I think they don't need to show it. I just think it just need to be in this game. 2K20, I don't think it does anything special. When they first brought that feature into 2K19, people was going all nuts and talking about how great it was and how this is bringing it so more realistic and playing possum. And, oh yeah, that's great and all, but it didn't bring nothing that was even heavily that great to the game of Universe Mode. Your rivalries don't really matter. The pay-per-view don't even feel like it matters. It's all bland. And WrestleMania should be one of the biggest things. They should be cutscenes to all these freaking pay-per-views. They should be all cutscenes of rivalries, of your rivalries, or someone else's, of the event, of how y'all build up to that pay-per-view. There's none at all. It's going to a pay-per-view, have a match, maybe a little cutscene, keep it going. Then it's Monday, then it's Tuesday. It's the same goddamn thing. It's just bland. I am ranting like a mother, and I know it. But the fact of the matter is, the pay-per-view has nothing special in Universe Mode. It's not special. It's almost like you're playing a Monday or SmackDown night. There's nothing really special about it. So I really don't know how I'm going to feel about this 2K20 because while everyone's looking at the showcase and the new modes and the picture and on the front cover and all the other stuff, I'm looking at Universe Mode. My only focus is on Universe Mode because it's the last piece of the game that gets any type of love, and they only do copy and paste, tweak things here, tweak things there, add a little bit here, but that's not their main focus. All these other modes is their main focus, and a lot of you know wrestling fans, they seem to I don't care. I just want to have a good time, and I just want to play showcase. I want to play my player, and that's cool. But the people who care about Universe Mode, we want to see more out of it. We want to see crazy amount of cutscenes. We want to feel like this is a real Universe Mode where anything is possible. And not the wacky things. I mean the things where you don't see it coming. When you're the champion, you should be a target from every different side. You should have mountains of people trying to come after you because your level of making the most money should count. Of being able to have your own dressing room should have that in the Universe Mode, where it show you in cutscenes getting ready for your upcoming matches or the pay-per-view. Like when you're the top dog of Universe Mode and you haven't lost nothing and you've been bringing the best, take that meter, that star crap off the screen, and it should go by, even if you don't, it shouldn't go by the way you make moves to bring that up. It should be the way how you and your opponent bring out the match. So even if they attacking you and they slamming you, that means it should still go up because you're trying to do the best match better than the other computers who's fighting in a match, and you want to bring your scores a lot higher than theirs. And it shouldn't be just only when you're doing the move. It should be when y'all are doing the moves in that one match and y'all entertaining the crowd. That's what it should be based on. Not just only you. It should be you and your computer or somebody else that, you play online or whatever. Just saying. I mentioned the blood, I mentioned the promos. I don't know, guys. I want to say this is my last year playing 2K20, but I buy these games because I've been with WWE games from the early days, and a lot of y'all new people who's getting into it or haven't really played beyond SmackDown 1, y'all don't know about that life, man. Y'all don't know. I've been with WWE for a very long time. So every game that they put out, whether it was them or somebody else in a different company, I stuck with them all the way through. And at 2K, there's one thing I will say, going back to those old games, they cared about the story. Sometimes it was wacky, sometimes it was crazy. But when it came to the rivalries, they was on point. They felt realistic. They felt like a Raw freaking whether it was Raw, SmackDown, that felt like an Attitude Era. Because those cutscenes, man, you'll get attacked everywhere. You'll see people planting traps for you. What you see in WWE now, they was doing that in the games. SmackDown 1, SmackDown 2, you never knew. They were trying to, you go in your limo, and people were trying to stop you, or your car, and people were trying to crush you. Man, there was so much crazy stuff in those cutscenes. This is ridiculous, bro. And the fact that we get this 2K company who made the graphics more realistic, made them more look great, and it brought promo, and that's good, and made us get... Promo is not new. Let me get that straight. Promo has never been new to a WWE game. There's been promo from SmackDown 1. That was the first game to bring in promo, where even though you may not have you had kind of a choice of what to do, but that was the very first promo, because I know 2K made it seem like, oh, this is our first time using the promo system. No, it's not. SmackDown 1 had it. 2 had it. So, and they did it way more better, and the story was way more told than this era of 2K games. That's the sad part. 2K don't even care to look back and say, let's make sure these promos make sense and follow the story that they are building up to. They don't even go back and look over the stuff that they finish. It shows, with the Paul Heyman and Brock promos. They'll say something, or there are times where it just don't make no sense. Rivalries don't make sense majority of the time. They don't mean nothing. Pay-per-views don't mean nothing. Injuries don't mean nothing. Oh yeah, we take you out. That's cool. We take you out for months. That's cool. The comeback don't mean nothing. You just come back. There's no spark to these WWE games. And let me phrase that. There's no spark to where it comes to universe mode. So I don't know about y'all, but I am very hoping. Nah, forget it. Can't even hope that, because you know what? At the bottom line, at the end of the day, 2K is only going to put as much effort as possible, and universe mode is always going to be the bottom key of all those games. But when it comes time, when they finally realize that maybe we should put more love into universe mode, it will be too freaking late. Because all these other modes that they put so much, and all these fans that sitting there saying, yeah, showcase, yeah, my player, blah, 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 blah. And then they realize, damn, we don't really give much love to universe mode. It's going to be too late. It's gonna be too late. Why you think people always go into, man, I wish they remake Here Comes the Pain? You could play universe mode on that and it makes sense. The story, the rivalries, they all make sense. They all feel fun to play. They're not forced. They're not forced. These 2K games are forced, and you could tell they're company games because you feel nothing from it. If you do, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe this is your generation. My generation had passion in the promos, in the wrestling, and it showed in the games. This one's from 2K does not show. You can tell these are company games where all they care about is, hey, we put here, and we'll just throw it out and, just try to make some money off of it. You could tell there's no love in these games when it comes to certain things that, at one point started off. WWE games, I would say majority of them started off with Universe Mode. The original started off with Universe Mode. Getting to WrestleMania, they made it a big deal. They made the titles, getting the titles, a big deal. Now, not a big deal. So, like I said, guys, I don't know about this WWE 2K game. A lot of y'all could get hyped up on the cover and what they saying they adding and all this. Hey, you gotta pay more if you want all these old wrestlers that they keep taking out every year and then putting back in, and they want you to pay money for them. If you get the DLC, it's just ridiculous, bro. But I'm gonna get the 2K20 because I want to see how bad they do Universe Mode once more. So, that being said, I'm going to cut this video short. I'm sorry my hair look crazy. I'm not looking, who cares? But, I had to go on this rant, man. I see all these videos talking about the voice acting in WWE 2K20, and I don't care about all that. I just care about a good universe mode. That's all I really want. Is that really that hard to have, you know what I mean? I tweet it out every time on Twitter. It just, I don't get it. You get probably like less than 5 people who actually care about universe mode, and Chris Danger and all of those guys who's big YouTubers and they do WWE games, they don't really care too much about promoting universe mode more than the other modes. So, guys like me, dying a dozen, man. We know what we want to see in universe mode, that we will never get our voice heard to a 2K game or, to that standard. And I don't really care about not being a big YouTuber or having a lot of people acknowledge my videos. But, I had to get this rant out because this is how I feel about wrestling, because the shows is horrible. So this is the only thing I could turn to and put my opinion out there, because YouTube is even harder to get it out there, and small amount of people will back me up on my statement. So that being said, I'm getting out of here. I'll see you next time when I actually have the WWE 2K20 game in my hands. Peace.